Welcome back to a Hidden Gem podcast. We have finally returned. It's been way too long. I can't even tell y'all what episode this is, but I am your host, Christian, here with my wonderful sister, Skylar Callie.
Skylar Callie, I'm here. Glad to be back.
Oh my
We're
goodness.
going to get into some things.
It's been, last time we recorded was
It's been a minute.
Chiefs Super Bowl, I'm pretty sure. Chiefs Super Bowl was the last time we recorded, which was February, I think.
Yep.
Whew.
September.
So much has gone on since February, since we last were here. So I mean, we can get into it. Side note, we are here with our videographer. John is here, so salute to him. He is here running all this stuff that y'all see. So salute to John. But let's go ahead and get into it. Skylar, how the heck are you?
I'm good. I'm living.
Don't be modest. Talk about how you're living your lovely life.
I'm just, taking shit day by day, figuring shit out day by day, what I want to do and how I'm going to do shit. And I just been chilling, ready to get back to work, get back on the grind. That's really it.
I know this, and I've heard it, but some people haven't. But your new music that you have been releasing, or almost releasing, we haven't even recorded since The Truth came out. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
We're going to get into it.
Oh, my goodness. So Skylar has put out music. So if you watch us and you wondering what else we do, Skylar raps. And go back to one of the early episodes when I said Skylar is a rapper. I've heard Skylar freestyle and it's fire. John, she's got bars. He's heard it. But
he has heard it.
When you putting the second song out, we're not gonna talk too much about it, but when you putting the second song out?
Sky Blue.
Yes. Sky Blue.
I don't know yet. I don't know. I just want to do a lot of stuff, and I just want to make sure if I'm going to do it, I'm doing
it's so hard.
Everything.
I feel like it's hard to do stuff like now.
Yeah.
Like, oh my goodness, it's been.
But people are still grinding.
Oh yeah, you got
Still
to.
get into it.
Shoot, we here now, so
Right.
I mean, we gotta keep doing what we gotta keep doing. But nah, that music that music is fire.
Thank
like
you.
that music is about to drop, and I'm excited for it.
I'm excited too.
Let's kind of talk about the year, man. 2020 has been. I can define it with so many different words.
I was about to say, choose wisely.
I mean, I don't think I can be wrong at this point.
No, facts.
Traumatic, scary, tough. I mean, it's been crazy. I think it started for me because we haven't recorded since this either, but Kobe Bryant's death was ridiculous, shocking. Everyone thought that people were lying. People were texting me in like group chat saying, "Yo, this can't be true. This not real. Why are people playing?" Like, cause people post on Twitter like "Rest in peace, so and so" all the time. But I was actually hooping when it happened. Like, I was at the gym, got home, I took a shower. I got out the shower, I sat down. And my wife looked at me and was like, "Do you hear about Kobe?" And I'm like, "No." She was like, "He died." I didn't know what to say. I was in shock and awe. Did that hit you like that?
It was just crazy because I was at the movies and my phone kept going off. I'm like, okay, something's going on. But I thought it was, I don't know what I thought it was, but I didn't think it was that important because nobody called me.
Right.
So I was like, okay, nobody called. But as soon as the movie was over, I checked my phone. I'm like,
yeah.
what? And then there was like all the extraness that was getting brought into it.
Yeah.
It was just.
And they said Rick Fox, that former Laker, was with him. They said all his kids were with him. They said his wife was with him. And I was like, if all his family was with him, I would have lost it. And then when I found out his daughter was with him, I think it was his oldest or second oldest.
Second, yeah.
It was Gianna, the one who everybody thought was going to be the female version of him. Oh, it hit me. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to say. It was shocking. Um, but definitely rest in peace to Kobe and Gianna. It was just crazy because then it was the whole world. It felt like the whole world felt that.
Yeah,
The whole world
thanks.
felt that. Um, and then that's when, soon after that, was
Pop Smoke.
Pop Smoke. Man, that's crazy. Pop Smoke. That
Rest in
was
peace, Pop.
crazy.
I felt like I just like Astro World. He was just performing at Astro World.
Oh, I didn't even know he was an Astro.
Yes, he opened Astro World the second time. I got the
Man,
videos. It's crazy.
man, cause
But
like,
now they finally taking the people or whatever they accused of doing it.
oh for real. Oh yeah. That's right. They are getting them. Um, so yeah, rest in peace to Pop. Cause I wasn't a big fan of Pop when he was here, but his most recent album that they put out, he got some joints on there where I was like, all right, this hit.
Yeah.
Like he had
For
some
his
joints.
age too.
Exactly,
He was
because he was
coming
what he. I think his birthday just passed, and he would have turned 20,
up.
something like that.
21, I think.
Yeah, like that's crazy to me.
Yeah.
That's super crazy to me. But his last album I really like, the one they just put out. I fool with a lot of the joints on there. And then I'm pretty sure after that was Corona.
Pretty much.
See-
That's pretty much how it went.
See, COVID was crazy to me because it was a thing. It was one in the beginning. It was one of those things. And you can tell me if I'm wrong. It was one of those things where like when you hear about it and you think, oh, it'll eventually go away. Oh, it won't get to Kansas City. It won't get to here. It'll stay, in China, or it'll stay overseas. Won't get to the U.S. But then it actually does, and it's like, I look stupid, or I should have took it seriously. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was crazy to me just because like it was one of those things where it was like, oh, that ain't gonna bother us. Like, that's not really gonna be a big thing. But then it started, and then I felt like the whole world took a left turn. Like, all right, people can't work in the office no more. Stores are closed, and stores are running out of tissue paper. Like,
That's what did it for me. Was definitely the grocery shopping. Like,
man,
like, I don't know. I just feel like it's gonna become the new norm, and eventually it's gonna. I don't know. Hopefully, take a turn for the better, but I don't know.
because you started working from home.
Yep.
Skylar don't work with me no more, unfortunately.
No.
But we started working from home. I'm still working from home. They said we'll probably be working from home the rest of the year, maybe part of next.
Yeah.
Like, oh my goodness, COVID was crazy because then it was when the video started trending of people like looting and fighting people over tissue paper and fighting people over bottles of water. Stores were limiting you over freaking bottles of water.
Like, well, shit, I guess it was really locked down for real.
Oh yeah, but that's crazy because all that stuff was going on, but we was still at work. We was still walking around, going from store to store, and then people was telling me like, "Oh my God, go to the store," and Shauna was saying, "Go buy 2 weeks of groceries," and I was like, I ain't got the money to buy 2 weeks of groceries. Like, everybody was saying buy 2 weeks of groceries and make sure you stock up on this and stock up on that, and I was just like, in my brain, I was like, what? Like, for real? I gotta do all that?
Cases too. Like, eventually you just start hearing them getting closer and closer and closer.
Exactly.
And then it just becomes, it is what it is in each city or
Yeah,
each location.
exactly. And you get to a certain point where it's like, all right, maybe I should start taking this a little bit more seriously. Like, then they tell us, because at first they were like, don't put a mask on, or a mask won't help. But then they were like, okay, if you got it, put on a mask. And then they were like, even if you don't got it, put on a mask. And I think the big problem for me was and is we don't know anything. Like, I feel like even medical professionals don't know a lot to a certain extent. Like, don't know what'll stop it, don't know what'll cure it, don't know like the slow the spread of it.
Because they should have taken their time with it, because all these other countries is up and booming. So why are we still stuck?
China had a whole huge swimming. Yes,
swept the whole city.
When I
the
saw
whole
that,
country clean.
When I saw that video of them trucks, like, it looked like they were just spraying Lysol into the city and was like, yo.
They did what they had to do.
Yeah, like I was like, yo, there. And then they had like a whole swimming party in this, I guess, in the city where it started, and was like, living life and.
That's still pushing it a little bit for me.
Oh, for sure,
But,
absolutely.
I mean,
Because when they say, all right, everybody is good, you can go do what you do. I'm gonna still wait a little bit before I go out here and I do,
I ain't even gonna cap. I'll be out.
I know.
I'll be out, but I have my mask on.
I was about to say, I check and I make sure you got your mask on.
I'll be having my mask. And then, I tested negative, so I'm cool. I do know people who had it, blah, 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 whatever, blase, blase. But your girl is good.
What'd they say, like, the people that had it?
It was different for each of them, really. It was like 3 people I knew. So they all had different experiences. One lasted forever, one was like, it was quick, different symptoms and all that. So that's why I'm like, the way that it affects everybody different is a whole nother thing to me. Because how's the one, you know what I'm saying? How's the same thing affecting
because that's the thing, like some people, like when you look at it, like when you look at people, I mean, of course it matters by like your body and how well you take care of yourself and stuff like that. But then when you look at like people here who had it and they struggle and they're like super sick and all that stuff, but then you look at players like in the NBA that had it and were like, oh, I feel fine,
right, no
don't really have no symptoms, da da da. Like, it's just like what, how do you know what affects who and how? Like, it's so much that goes along with it, which goes back to why I said like it's the unknown for me. That's like, how is this stuff supposed to work or whatever? But
I don't know, because then it's like the whole, you can put a conspiracy. I think you can put a conspiracy theory on down there.
Everybody does.
But
on this at least,
should be making sense. That's all I be like, because when they was doing the whole thing on Twitter saying people was getting the mail and like, how you getting like a positive report, but you never signed up to go get tested. They just sending shit out saying like,
saying that you're positive.
Yes,
I didn't even know that.
I've been seeing shit like that. It was one they sent to a lady's house and she had already been dead from something completely different, but they sent her positive test results.
I didn't even know that. That's crazy.
So, I mean, teach his own, but
right.
It's just shit like that. I'll be like, how are they even doing that? Like, why are they doing that?
Man,
but it is a election year.
That's true.
That's another thing that goes into it. But
that's what everybody. I feel like that's what anyone and everyone who has a conspiracy theory. That's what they go to. They go to. It's an election year.
It should be making sense. The pattern is lining up.
People come up with stuff and it like your reasoning can make sense, but at the same time, it's like it's hard for me to believe conspiracy theories. Like me
Depending
personally,
on what it is, yes.
Me personally, it's hard for me to believe conspiracy theories. Like, don't even get me started. The vaccines that people that they're supposed to drop vaccines or release vaccines 2 days before election day.
See, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, so supposedly CDC told the government that, hey, these vaccines will be ready 2 days before election day.
See, that's some bullshit.
Why
would they do like?
It goes over my head. I don't know. I can't explain it. I don't know. That's the thing for me. Like when people come up with conspiracy theories, I be like, where are you getting this from? Why do you think that? And I mean, I can't argue with them when this stuff like this is happening. It's a pandemic. Like in a pandemic, what am I supposed to say? Like, oh, that's not what it was like in the last pandemic. Nah, last pandemic was hundreds of years ago. Like. Right. It's super weird to me. I don't know nothing about it. I can't see and then people start talking about politics, and I don't like talking about politics because then I sound ignorant because I don't know about none of that.
Like politics talk either.
I can't do that because then I sit there and I just listen to people talk about it, and I just like when the election came up, I called Daniel and I was like, yo, tell me about Kamala Harris. Like,
I'm weak. I feel like I know what I need to know.
Yeah, like I know the gist, and then like, that kind of tells me which way to vote and which way to, what to pay attention to, stuff like that. Like, side note, Donald Trump just told his people to vote twice. That's illegal, by the way.
I'm not even about to.
I guess he said like, hey, you guys should make sure you vote twice. Vote, on a mail-in ballot, and also like at the polls, like make sure you're voting twice.
Are you voting for your mans?
Who?
Mr. West.
I don't like. Oh.
Let's get into it.
See, listen.
Your man's is losing it again.
Is he?
With the whole president thing, that's a little much.
Okay, so when you say he's losing it,
just as far as the whole running for president, he doesn't need to do that.
In my brain, I think Kanye looked at it like Donald Trump ran for president. Go
ahead.
He was not taken out of office in 4 years. He lasted the entire 4 years. Maybe I can do it. And I think at first he was just talking just to be talking. But then when he saw Donald Trump do it, he was like, I'm doing this. But I do think he's in a bad mental space and he shouldn't be doing it. And no, he's not getting my vote. But I do think
people are gonna vote for him.
Well, the baby said
People are really,
I think it was the baby that was like, y'all must be out your mind if y'all think I ain't voting for Kanye. Nick Cannon had an interview with him and said he's voting for Kanye. I don't believe that Kanye will actually be on the ballot. I don't believe that.
He's not going to be on the ballots in Missouri specifically.
That's true.
I was like, what?
But I really don't believe that he will. I really don't believe he'll actually be on there. I think that
it's crazy because he could. It's like he could potentially do it.
I asked Tierra the other day. I was like, can you imagine Donald Trump, Joe Biden, and Kanye West having a debate, like a presidential debate? I can't imagine that.
I forgot about those.
He will look so stupid. I feel like they will ask him a question and he will talk about something completely different. Like,
I don't think shit. I don't know. He be just once he starts rambling, it's just like.
That's what I'm saying. Like I can't.
But it's not gonna make sense. So maybe it's like shit. Maybe that do make sense.
I don't know, man. I really don't.
Specifically, though.
I really just think that he saw Trump do it, and he was like, his crazy brain was like, I can really do this.
You know.
So I mean, hey, I don't know, but this presidential election will be very interesting. I'll be paying very close attention. I mean, I paid close attention to the last one. I think the last one was the one where I paid like a lot of close attention to. Like, I remember being in the library and seeing like a Baker and seeing Donald Trump get like elected and winning votes. And everybody in there were like, oh, Donald Trump ain't gonna win. He won't win this state. He won't win that state. But then he started winning all these states and they were like, oh, he's actually gonna win. Like, I walked out in shock. Like, oh my God, Donald Trump's about to be our president. Like, that shit was crazy. But hey, man, I'm not voting for Kanye because his music isn't good. That's not why I'm not voting. But
I was about to say correlation.
But his music isn't good. Like, I can't. He in the studio with Lil Baby though.
I saw that tweet. Interesting to see. I thought he wasn't rapping like that no more.
Who, Kanye?
Yeah.
Kanye is originally a producer, but.
True.
But I mean, I guess Kanye said in like an interview or something, like, what did he say?
I forgot the word that he used.
He said like he was mad that he heard Lil Baby wanted to be in the studio with Lil Baby or something like that, and Lil Baby was like, y'all telling me that, you know, I could have had a Ye beat and I ain't have it.
Yeah.
So then next, you know, saw Lil Baby got flew out to Wyoming. That's where Kanye been all this time. That's what Nick Cannon was when he interviewed him and all that stuff. Like,
that's weird.
Dave Chappelle flew out there to make sure he was all right.
I've seen that.
Like, I do think it's kind of crazy that everybody is going to Kanye to like check on him and talk to him. Like, I just don't. Like, why are we going to this man that,
make sure
you know?
He is mentally stable.
I guess. Put your mic closer. But
definitely to make sure that he's mentally stable.
I guess. I mean, even after they've checked on him, I don't think that he's mentally stable. Like,
I mean, well, I guess. Well, he hasn't been tweeting too off the wall, right?
I mean, he hasn't been tweeting anything crazy, but he's still been talking crazy. Like, I mean, I'm trying to think. I can't even think about the craziest stuff that he's been doing. Oh, what did he say about Harriet Tubman?
What did he say?
Hey, oh my God, you.
No, I did not see that.
No, he didn't. I didn't make that up. He said something crazy. I'll look it up later. He said something crazy about Harriet Tubman. I can't remember what it was, but
Was something about the $20 bills?
No, but I did. Somebody brought that up the other day too. I don't remember what they said. I gotta look it up because I remember he said something crazy about Harriet Tubman. Man, like that was not. I didn't make that up. Oh, he said Harriet Tubman never actually freed the slaves.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
Yes, and everybody was.
That was amazing.
That's when we were like, "Yo, Kanye was crazy. Like, what's wrong with this man?" Like,
the Kardashian curse is what they say.
hey. Then he said. Then they said that Kanye was worried, or Kim was worried about him. His family was worried about him. Like, hey man,
he just puts a lot out there, you know.
There's something wrong with dude. Like, somebody needs to help him out, and I mean, hey, he needs to stop running for president. He needs to take some time to himself. But
would you cop the Yeezy slides?
No.
Why?
No, because they're ugly. I haven't even Which ones we talking about? We talking about the ones that
not the slip on.
The Crocs, the Croc ones.
Just the.
You talking about the slides?
The regular slides.
I mean, depending on how much they cost. If somebody bought them for me, I'd have win.
They just redropped them. What's today? Today's the 6th. Yeah, they dropped again on the 4th.
How much are they?
They're originally like $40.
Oh, for real?
But it's too late now.
Oh.
It's too late now. The resale
You tried to cop? Oh yeah, my stuff ain't.
They're gonna be like $300.
You tried to cop?
I didn't try to get them. I forgot, honestly. I was gonna try to get them, but I'm not paying that much for them.
$40?
The resale, I would have to pay.
Resale. Okay, I was about to say $40 ain't that bad.
No, it wouldn't be, but people got bots and buy 12 pair at a time, so.
That's true. I seen somebody trying to sell them 12s for $300, and I was like, y'all ain't lost y'all mind. I mean, I get the resale though. I get it. But anyway, so you say you knew people with COVID. I actually have been blessed, knock on wood, to not know anyone who actually had it personally. But from the people that I've seen on Twitter talk about it, everybody has had their different, like you said, different experiences with it. But a lot of the people that I saw who actually posted, because a lot of people have posted full blown threads about what their experience with it was and stuff like that. And a lot of the people said that it started out slow, they kind of felt something and at some in the beginning, and then eventually it got worse. They got chills, couldn't taste things, couldn't sense smell things. Yeah. So it was. When all that happened, I was freaked out at first because it was all right, I'm gonna go home. When they sent us home from work, I was like, all right, I'm working from home. I'm not going nowhere. We started getting groceries delivered. We didn't go anywhere. I didn't see nobody outside of my family for I'd say about a month, if not more. It was just crazy because it's for me, when you don't know what's happening, I wanted to make sure we were taking it seriously. It was just kind of crazy to me. But, and then as time went on, when they started talking about stuff and you started to see everybody freak out about it, and then eventually it started to calm down and stuff. And then we started to do a little bit more and just being a lot more careful in terms of taking care of my body and wearing my mask all the time, making sure my hands were clean all the time, which essentially when I thought about it, I was like, I'm living the same life I've always been living in terms of being clean. Right. It's other people that, I realized I was being more cautious because of other people. I don't know how other people feel about, I don't know how often other people clean their hands. I don't know how often, because I've definitely been places where I walk in the bathroom and I see people go in and go out without washing their hands, and I'm like, that's it. You know what I'm saying? I tell Tierra all the time, I hope that when all this is over, restaurants and stuff like that still
enforce.
Yes, wipe down the booths and stuff like that. Because I went out to eat a couple weeks ago, and it was my first time sitting in a restaurant since all this happened. And literally, I went to Fogo de Chao on the plaza. Yes.
10 out of 10.
Oh, absolutely. And expensive as hell, but
worth it.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's why I only do it once in a blue moon, but it was my brother's bachelor party type thing. So but no, it was my first time sitting there, and all the waiters and stuff had masks on. And then when you got up and left, they sprayed it down, they wiped it down, and they, didn't let you sit for a while, which was cool. And I was like, all right, see, I need people to continue to do this, like, restaurants and stuff like that. Because when I went to a tournament, basketball tournament in Oklahoma, and they told us, all right, y'all can't sit on the bench for about 5 minutes because we just sprayed it with the chemicals and stuff. Like, I hope people continue to do that because people nasty out here. Like,
it's bad. People was nasty before all of this.
Absolutely.
So it's just like.
Absolutely. Because when I be at work and we be in our meetings, they ask us to, like, hey, can you guys come in and train? And then some people be like, I know what people were like before this hit. Right. So imagine what they like after. Like, I don't think that people really get it. Like,
kind of cleaning wise, it should already kind of been like this.
Absolutely.
Especially like public places should have been already on that.
Absolutely, because like you will get like, I mean, that's how the flu and stuff spread, and that's what it bothered me when people would not bothered me, but when people were comparing it to the flu, and then next thing you know, everybody was like, no, it's nothing like the flu because the flu does this and the flu does that, da 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 da. So like I was literally like, I don't know what to believe. Like COVID is just, it's creepy, man. It's scary. It was scary. It's not as scary as it was when it first started.
Rolling loud.
I feel so bad for you. Cause we was in the office. So we were in the office before we left the office. Skylar was set. Like she was like, yo, they are not canceling Rolling Loud as of right now. Rolling Loud still happening, so I'm still going. Da 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 da. And I'm like, Skylar, they're canceling Rolling Loud.
I didn't cancel my Airbnb. I didn't cancel my ticket or my plane ticket. I was like, hoping. I'm not doing nothing until I absolutely have to. And even then, when they canceled it, I still didn't cancel my flight before the day before.
She was
just with that last little. I held on to that.
Bro, she was set. She was like, they haven't canceled because Rolling Loud like made a tweet saying, "Yo, we still on, like we still doing it." Nah, man, they said forget that noise. They said we can't do it no more. Because I mean, the numbers started going up. It started to get a lot worse. Can you imagine being in that huge area with all those people for Rolling Loud? You would have been lit. I'm sure you would have been.
I would have been teed.
But I mean, yeah, nah, man.
It's a lie.
I wouldn't have. I would have been mad if they would have still had it. Like
they rescheduled it.
To when?
Valentine's Day weekend.
January. I mean, 2021.
Yes.
Okay. I hope, for your sake, that they still have it. I do hope. I do hope that this is all over by January of 2021. I keep telling my wife, like, yo, we're not going anywhere all year, like, which isn't true, but we're not doing anything big all year. Like, yeah, like I was trying to go see Snow Allegra in Colorado. Like, I was trying to do stuff, but man, it was
cancel everything. It canceled a lot of shit.
Oh yeah, they canceled all the big concerts and stuff. Like
the day of was supposed to be Key Glock and Dog.
Oh, that's right.
Oh my gosh.
That's why I was gonna be shocked if they would have had that too, because it was like
they could have started it like the weekend. That was
because that's when all the stuff started to get canceled. So it was like, they really gonna keep doing all this stuff? Like, yeah, it was crazy. I knew it was big when they sent us home and said we were gonna be working from home. I knew that's when it was gonna be kind of crazy, like, cause they literally put us aside, made us download all that stuff, and then everybody started telling me, "Yep, I'm working from home," and yeah, man, it was crazy. Even Tierra was teaching from home. Like it was weird, cause like to think we've been through a pandemic and are still going through a pandemic. Like it's just crazy to me. But yeah, man. I mean, like you said, Rolling Loud February. I hope it worked for you, man. They said before they said the vaccine was gonna be ready before Election Day. They said the vaccine was gonna be ready in January. So I hope that 2021 it starts off way better.
2021 is gonna be it has no choice but to be a good year.
2020 been so trash, like.
But good things have still been happening though.
That's facts.
Still pushing. I moved. It's lit.
Yeah, you living by yourself now.
Honestly.
You wish you would have did it a lot earlier.
No, I don't wish I would have did it. I think I did it at a good time. My mom was like, "Why you want to move right now?" Blah blah blah. I'm like, it's time for me to go. Definitely time. But yeah, that was that, and me deciding that I wanted to do music is probably the biggest two things that happened this year for me.
You don't miss
No.
like you don't miss like having like anybody that you live with, like a roommate or nothing. Like you just love me.
No, I'm fine. I got everything I need. I do what I want when I want. Yeah, my neighbor's cool. So shit. No,
You living a life.
I don't miss anything about.
You living a life. You tatted, like
I'm
got new
tatted.
tats and stuff like
I
that.
know.
You living a life.
Sleeve coming soon. Full
Hey.
sleeve coming soon.
We'll see who get theirs first.
Oh, is that a challenge?
Nah, cause you
He
you.
just challenged me on camera, y'all.
No, I didn't.
Yes,
No, I
he
didn't.
did.
Cause you like to pull up to the shop whenever. I like to pull up to the shop
With an appointment.
months apart. Like, yeah, nah.
Said no everything. That is true though. I just be in there like, oh yeah, that'd be cute.
I'm
Without
weak.
there.
Cause I be seeing like you'll post it and I be like, yo, she really out here doing stuff. Like, but hey,
Just got
go
hand
ahead.
every time. Hand sanitizer, mask. And that's really it.
I was
I
in
just thought
when I
you
went
looked
in
like
there. I had mine on and stuff like that. It was people. Do you freak out when people don't got their mask on?
I don't know. See, I'm kind of look at it different because I live alone now. Because when I was with my parents, and that's part of the reason I moved out too, because I ain't even gonna lie, I was still hanging out with my friends, and my parents was like,
Don't do it.
"You gonna do it a little much?" I was like, "Okay, well, I'm just, I'm just bounce." So I bounced, and then,
But I don't blame them though. Like,
no,
when
I don't
you,
either. I don't
Right.
either. So it was just like, well, shit, this is a good chance for me to just take that step, and yeah, I live by myself, so I don't really. If something happens to me, it's like I'm responsible for that. But it's like you got a whole family you come back home to, so it's like
Yeah. Cause that's how Tierra was. Like, you know, like if I walk out, cause we both took it seriously. Like I still do. But like if I walk out the house and I'm going across the street and she'd be like, wear your mask.
I'm
I'd
like,
be like,
that Obama me? Oh shit, my mask. That is
oh,
literally
oh yeah,
so
yes,
real. That
yes.
is so real because
yeah.
I'm like,
Cause I seen somebody post on Snapchat the other day. She was like, yo, y'all don't ever forget y'all mask. I left my mask at home. Oh my god. I was like, no, I never forget my mask. Like I
one
can't
time
do it.
I did take because I got a cloth one and I put it in the washer and dryer, but I forgot to get it out the dryer. I had to go in the store like turban wrap. Like I only had a t-shirt in my car and it was just embarrassing.
I forgot mine one time. I was going to the gas station. Like not this one. Like I was driving the gas station. I was like, dang, I ain't got no mask. I like had a shirt in the back seat and I like put it over my face.
Yeah,
like
but you can.
yeah, like I was like, nah, man, I really got to do something with this. Like it was crazy to me, but
Especially that was another thing when they started enforcing like you have to wear a mask everywhere.
yes,
Oh,
that
okay.
was. Cause so I had a basketball tournament and at first I wasn't gonna go because it was like big basketball tournament, like them mugs be having gyms packed with people.
Right.
Like no joke. And like you said, you was responsible for like if something happened to your parents. That's how it was with my family, like coming home with that. Like I was nervous to go to this tournament, but this was my first ever huge tournament like that coaching. And I was like, nah, I gotta go. Like, I gotta go do that. Being in a gym like that, I walked in and I was like, yo, this is dope, but this is weird. Imagine going to a track meet during this.
Yeah.
Packed people. Like, it was nerve wracking at first because it was like, I gotta do all this. Like, and it was my first time traveling by myself. Like, this was my first time ever traveling by myself. I drove down to Oklahoma. I had my own hotel room. I was like, I was on my own. It was just me, fellow coaches, and players. So, I mean, it was super weird. But I went down, and it was a gym full of people, and it was hard because first game I'm coaching, and I said, this is going to suck because I can't coach with a mask on. Like, I can't be yelling on the court and I got a mask on. So I was like, you know what? Everybody in here has a mask on. I'm going to have to take this mask off right now. Like, it was times where I had to take my mask off, talk to my girls, and just sit there and coach, do what I had to do. But it was super weird. Like, I was extremely cautious because, like, Oklahoma's numbers were a lot worse than what our numbers were here. But, I was extremely cautious with everything. Making sure I showered like multiple times a day just cause I was like super nervous about it. But it's just weird, man, when you see people like it was sometimes where I freak out, like, all right, you don't have a mask on, like I don't know how I feel about that, but it was sometimes I was just like,
Right,
I'm
keep
just
it
gonna keep
pushing.
rocking, yeah. Um, but see, what's crazy to me is, some people wouldn't say that COVID was like the craziest thing to happen this year, because like we've still been dealing with like social injustices of like
Right.
Black Lives Matter and stuff like that. Um, when you think about, let me ask you, did you go out and protest?
I did one time, and it wasn't even the full, like, I didn't really get into it for real because they started shutting shit down. But it's really close to where I live, so
Yeah,
I've had to detour all the way around, like, to get to my apartment because it's, like, completely blocked off. Like, and I'm here for it, but it's like, damn, I'm trying to get home real quick. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
But I mean, especially here, because nothing really happened here, like at the time of all of that. But I mean, just like everywhere else, the protest was going crazy. So when they started shutting the plaza down and boarding up the Gucci store and shit like that, I
Yeah.
was like, shit, I guess they doing what they gotta do. But I
I,
seen places that I shopped at like get looted and
mm-hmm.
shit crazy.
I heard people try to loot the Nike store.
I mean,
Um,
they damn near tried to loot everything.
oh yeah, like it was crazy.
I can't remember if they got in. Did they get in the Nike store? I don't
I
remember.
don't remember if they actually got in, but it was it was crazy because, so rest in peace to George Floyd first and foremost. That happened in Minnesota, and my wife's from Minnesota,
Right.
so she was paying close attention to everything that was happening there because she's got her family's there, her younger sister is there, and the protests got crazy there, like people looting, and they saw like what they did to Target and stuff
Yeah.
like that. It was like ridiculous, and I'm just thinking in my head like, yo, this is crazy, like this is really happening, and in my brain it was just like, all right, we fed up, like
Right.
we fed up of dealing with this, we fed up of dealing with seeing black people be killed by the cops for absolutely no reason. And so we saw what was happening there, and then with I was on FaceTime with Daniel, and he had me on pause, whatever. I don't even remember what we was talking about. Next thing you know, he goes, no, I told him, I said, yo, they down on the plaza protesting. Like,
Mm-hmm.
they really down there doing it. Like, cops are out, doing whatever. And then later on, he calls me and he goes, Christian, this is crazy. Like, I was like, what are you talking about? He was like, I'm down on the plaza. I
Yeah.
said, I just told you what was happening. Why would you go down there? He said,
Yeah.
this is crazy. And
People
one day,
wanted to be a part of it. Like,
yeah, he was like, you got to get down here. We finna go.
mm-hmm.
I said, I'm not going down there just to witness it. Because for me, if I would have went down there, I would have went down there just to see what was happening. Not because I would have went down there and actually protested. So like, for me, I was like, all right, what can I do? First thing I did when everyone was talking about it, I went and registered to vote. Like, I had to make sure I did that. Like, it was just seeing all the protests made me nervous. Like,
Is that how come? Why didn't you want to do it?
it made me nervous. I would have been too worried down there. Like, I don't
There
like
was a
being,
lot going on.
yeah, like I would have been too, I guess I'll use the word scared. I would have been too scared to be down there.
Yeah.
Like, I would have been too nervous, too scared to be down there I would have been down there and I would have been like, all right, when can we leave? I know I would have said that. Like, and I was like, I don't want to go down there and have to say that. I don't want to have to go down there and be uncomfortable. Like, I didn't feel comfortable doing it. So I was like, okay, I'm just not going to. My wife wanted to. Because dealing with everything that she saw like going on back home, she was like, she asked me, she said, would you go? I said, if you really wanted to go, I would. I don't want to, but if you want me to, I will.
That's what's wrong with y'all. You should have just went.
Well, she never said, she didn't go either. Like, she didn't say, I really want, she said she wanted to, but she never did. Because the thing that nobody really, I mean, people talked about it, but the thing that nobody really thought about was COVID was still happening.
Exactly.
So while they're telling us to social distance 6 feet apart, everybody
protesting.
is not social distancing 6 feet apart. So it was it was weird to me. It would have had me really uncomfortable, and I just didn't go. But like, I stayed aware, and I did do a little educating for myself just to like kind of know like what stuff that was going on and what I could do and things like that.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you saw Tiara's like tweets and posts that she made of her educating other people in the way she wanted to educate other
I
people.
definitely saw it.
That made me know that it's really some ignorant people out here. Like she has responded to a lot of people who just don't get it. Like there are a lot of people who she just got done, and I don't know if she'll have an issue with me talking about this. Probably not. She just got done arguing with some people about what they call it, the NBA, and when Jacob Blake got shot, and how they protested and didn't play.
That was on for that.
Basically, the person she was arguing with said, I wish I had the luxury to not go to my job to boycott this and still get paid, because she was saying the NBA can do it, why can't I? Essentially, that's basically what she was saying. She was saying that like, yeah, y'all can like have an issue with something, but y'all should still do your job and play. So, excuse me, Tiara basically like she let her have it. Like, you don't get it.
Yeah.
Like, and she's done that with multiple people from back home to people here. Like, some of them just don't get it. Like, and that's where I was like, wow, there's people in this world that really, because when you think about it, it's like, all right, you know, so and so, you know, you don't understand, but you're asking questions. There are some people out here who just don't get it, and then when you try and explain it to them, they still are just like, nah, you're wrong. And it's like, no, it's not that difficult. Like, when all this started, I heard way too many people explaining to people what Black Lives Matter meant, and I'm like, it's not that complicated. We're not saying it matters more. We're not saying only our lives matter. We're just saying that they matter. We're not dealing with the same people, same things that y'all are dealing with. Like, it's just, people just are really ignorant. Like I heard, like, some of her friends who did go down and protest, some of them got the cops called on them. Like, it was just hard to see, and
it's hard to see, and it's hard to get why so many people like that too, because then you start to see more and more and more of it. It's just like, y'all really think like that? Like,
yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, you can only tell people what they kind of want to hear. So.
Oh, it was tough. Like, it was, because when you think about it, and it's like some people say I don't want to have to explain myself over and over again. Like there have been people who have said, like, you know, I had to educate some of my friends, and I'm like, how many times though? Like, why does it take so much? Like, why don't people just get it? Like, it's not that hard to comprehend. Like, when you think about why the cops haven't been arrested, why it doesn't take that much. They killed an innocent person. They should be arrested. It's not that hard. So it's just, I don't know. It was just tough to see. It was tough to deal with. It was crazy to me. But yeah, the protests, they went on for a while, and like,
I think some cities are still.
I was about to say, some people are still doing it for sure, especially after what happened with Jacob Blake. So it was, man, it's been a lot, like, just dealing with the protests. Cause I knew a lot of people who got maced and pepper sprayed and all that, got arrested. I saw a dude who posted, I don't know if you saw him. It's a guy that posted his thread of tweets about his experience in getting, I can't remember his name, but he saw the cops put their hand on somebody, and I guess they said that he was supposed to stay on the sidewalk. He got off the sidewalk to I
saw that.
Yeah, and reading his tweets, I was like, man, that's a crazy experience he had. He basically said, like, they arrested him, but then they had like a wagon full of people they arrested, and they couldn't remember why they arrested each and every one. I said, that's ridiculous. Like,
they just grabbed them at that point.
Yeah, like, eventually he said, like, they just wrote like one common thing for each of them. Like, I was like, this is just crazy to me. Like, it's wild. It was, and I'm, like I said, it all had me just nervous and scared. Like, not even just to go down there, but it just had me nervous and scared, period. Like, cause like, this is happening, pandemic is happening, like famous people are passing away left and right. Like it's just 2020 has just been crazy year. Like it's just been wild. And then the NBA stopped. Oh,
So now, so what are they doing at the bubble? Is that what it's
the
called?
bubble, yeah.
So break it down because when I was trying to understand,
Oh, you don't get it?
I mean, I haven't seen it. I haven't
Oh,
watched
for real?
it.
You ain't watched nothing?
Nah.
Oh,
I just
man.
Seeing like highlights.
So basically, what it is
I know it's popping right now.
that
Everybody's saying
absolutely.
It's
I just got done watching my Miami Heat take a loss, unfortunately, but they're gonna win the next one, so
That's
it's
your
cool.
team now?
Absolutely, it's always been my team.
Excuse me.
Yeah,
My bad.
your Houston Rockets are winning right now, so.
Great. Can't wait to live there.
But no, basically, so big salute to Adam Silver, the commissioner. This is a great plan. Like, basically, they didn't play, and then he basically, if I'm not mistaken, the NBA players are the only ones on. I don't want to get this wrong. The Disney campus.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So, they're the only people there, and basically they're on their sports campus, and they put them all there. If you were there and you didn't have, COVID, cool. Sit here in your room until your practice games, your scrimmage games, whatever. And then if you had it, you have to quarantine, whatever. Once you clear and you don't have it, you can hop back with the team. And then they had scrimmage games just to get them back to the field of playing basketball. Then they had seeding games to see who would make the playoffs. And now they're in the playoffs and they're playing basketball. And since like their first day where they tested and nobody had it, they have not had a COVID case since, which is, and to me, is kind of crazy. Like they did it perfectly. Like they're all in one spot. They're gonna do what they gotta do to continue the season, and it's.
Okay. That's what I didn't. Okay, that makes sense. That's cool.
Yeah, so it's super cool. Like it allows us to play, and allows us to watch them play and finish out the season. But when all the Jacob Blake stuff happened, teams started to protest. They said we're not going to play. They almost didn't finish the season because of what happened.
So how did you feel about that? Do you feel like that protesting should have went longer, or just that one game was enough? Maybe not enough, the right word, but you think it should have been more?
I wouldn't say it should have been more, because for me personally, when you look at what they're doing and what they're saying, my thing is, because there are some people who didn't go to the bubble because they didn't feel like, we should be playing. But for me, it's okay, if we don't play, what are you gonna do? If they would have went home, I would have been like, well, when you go home, what are you, gonna do? Do you just not feel comfortable playing? Do you just feel like it's wrong to play? Or do you think, all right, I can go home and I can do this and I can make some changes to the world? You can make some, when the Milwaukee Bucks, they didn't play. They were on the phone with, I want to say was governor of Wisconsin, and was basically what can we do? You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that was a big thing. Okay, you speaking to somebody, you're trying to figure out, can you do something? But I wouldn't say you should just end the season here. You know what I'm saying? You're almost done. The playoffs have already started. I just didn't feel like they should have went home and just ended the season. I feel like they can finish it out, but still bring awareness to. Because I said they could have brought awareness to it, now, while they were in the bubble they put Black Lives Matter on the court.
Right.
They have their own their voice to bring up whatever they need to bring up when a mic is in front of them, or in a commercial. They have commercials set where they talk about it. They have their voice, which is still powerful to me. So I didn't feel like they should have just stopped playing, but I do feel like the boycott was beneficial, because it showed hey, we're not just gonna play with all this stuff happening. If y'all, because Anthony Davis, one of the players, said the owners know how we feel, and if they don't try and do something, we'll stop playing. Because I think for me I think a good thing was that this showed, just so y'all know, we can stop playing on a dime. We can stop whenever. So don't think that we won't. And I think that eventually if it keep happening, I think that they'll continue to stop playing. I think if it happens again, someone else dies, hopefully not, but I think if they do, they will just say, nah, we done until something gets fixed. Like, I think that's what it's. I think they're just as tired of it as we are. So, um, but nah, I mean, I thought the boycott was good. They lasted, I want to say maybe 3 days, 3 or 4 days, something like that. Um, so hopefully it doesn't happen again. Hopefully that they can just keep playing. But
Right.
so, but yeah, I mean, man, like I said, 2020 has been crazy. But like you said, there have been some good things that have came out of it.
Yeah, small businesses are flourishing.
That's true. That's
It's going
true.
crazy.
I want.
People really on their hustle.
I
And
see
love
so much merch, and I just be like, man, I want some of that. Like,
it. Yeah.
I want somebody that can give me some sweatpants, like for not crazy money, cause
What kind of sweatpants?
I don't know, just
Cool ones.
yeah, cause like when I see like, what's the word? Local businesses and somebody's got their own like merchandise, I just sit there and I be like, all right, let me follow you. Let me see what you got. And the one thing I've been following people for is let me see if y'all got some sweats. So I want to buy some, but I'm really nervous that they're not long enough because my legs are like,
Tell everybody
golly,
how tall you are.
huh?
Tell everybody how tall you are.
I'm 6'8", and most of that is my legs. So I need somebody who, if you make clothes and you have sweatpants that are long enough, please send me a link.
I'm waiting.
And on payday, I will try and cop. But because it's about to be cold, I'm
It's about to be.
so sick of the heat. I am
I'm not
sick of
You
it.
want it to be cold?
It's hot.
You want it
as
to be cold?
hell
though?
outside. Yes, I want it to be cold. Next week is supposed to be cold. Let me read
No,
you.
it's
Let me
cold.
read you the weather.
What's cold?
Let me read you the weather. You're gonna be mad. Monday, high of 87.
That's cool.
Tuesday, high of 71.
Okay.
Wednesday, high of 62.
Okay, we're pushing it.
Thursday, high of 66, and then the rest of the week is 70.
60s.
But I'm so excited for that, Skylar.
It's so
I'm
nice.
ready for. Let me walk outside. Let me put a hoodie on. Let me walk out. Let me put a hoodie with a denim jacket
Okay,
on.
but then what's after that? Cold.
I'm cool with that.
I'm cool with the heat. I
Um,
like the cool and then the transition when it's just a little.
No, bro.
When it's just a hoodie outside at the nighttime.
I'm
cool.
just sick of the walk outside and like it's too hot. Like,
It's fine. I love it here.
nah, man, I can't do it.
It's great. I'm flourishing.
I'm.
I don't like the cold, even though I was born in it.
I will say flu season is gonna come, and it's gonna be people gonna get sick and it's gonna be crazy. I do think that, so I'm nervous about that. But I don't plan on going nowhere. I just plan on putting my hoodie on, staying in the house and chilling. I wear a hoodie in the house. Like listen, if y'all got hoodies. And y'all
With long arms.
yes, long arms for sure. Because if I get a hoodie from you and the arms don't work, I'm sending it back. I promise. I'm gonna call you and be like, nah, take this back, add some length to it or something, or give my money back. But listen, I'm all about.
no refund.
People can see us now, so I'm all about promoting, stuff. So if y'all want to give us discounted / free stuff, please do. But no, for real, like I'm ready for it to be cold. I'm ready for it. I'm excited
Cold is
for
a
it.
push. Maybe just a little
Cool,
a
little
chill.
breeze, yeah.
Just a little chill.
I will say I'm grilling tomorrow, so tomorrow is my last day. Before or hopefully it's not my last time grilling, but like before it gets too cold or whatever. So
Yeah.
I might try and grill one more time, but I'm excited to do that. But let's talk in music. This came out this year. Besides The Truth and your music, what
What I've been slapping.
what have you been listening to? Because I haven't asked you that in a long time.
Sheesh.
I know you've been listening to Dolph.
You know I love some Dolph.
His album was cool.
His album was hard.
His album was cool.
It was hard.
It was cool. It got some
That album
joint.
was
It got
hard.
It got some joints on there.
Oh, Uzi.
Before we get into music, since we're on music, this will transition us into music.
What?
Tory Lanez.
Oh God. He wrong. That's it. The end. That ain't nothing to even talk about. Ain't nothing to talk about. I do know that he won't be. It's over. Cause he can't. Like I told you on the phone.
Can he put music
cannot
out?
he can't do anything without first saying, acknowledging what the fuck happened. It could be a year from now, a year from today. What the fuck is today? September 6th. It could be September 6th, 2021, and he could drop a track. People gonna be like, so you still ain't gonna say nothing about what happened to Megan?
I feel the same way. I
regardless of what it is.
I don't think I'll ever listen to him again, but I don't think that anyone can feel like I can't listen to his music. I can't even tolerate him putting out music without him addressing it.
Yeah.
Like, she addressed it. It happened.
He's not gonna. What is he gonna say? Like,
he gonna come up with a lie.
He can't, because Megan already said, like.
All right, so let me ask you this.
So he can't even anything that he says that contradicts that. It's no way for him to.
All right, so let me ask you this. What if later on we see Meg and Tory Lanez and they hash things up?
No, it's not gonna happen.
But what if it does?
It's not. It wouldn't.
She said she tried to save him.
Yeah, as far as him probably doing time and her pressing charges, but not what. And it's the fact that you know how I get. I mean, but it's just nah. It's too much against him.
It is, but I can see him trying to piece it up and trying to get, like, hey, can we take a pic and post it? Like, I can.
That's Boosie. So why?
It is. No, you're not wrong. I'm just saying, because I think that's the only thing that can even possibly salvage his career.
Is Megan publicly forgiving him?
Yes.
That's not gonna happen.
I mean, I don't think it'll happen either, but I'm saying I think that he would try to get that to happen, because I think that's the only thing that could potentially save his career.
He already fucked it up. He should have been did that, and that was gonna be what it was. So.
Anyway, okay, new music.
Let's get into it.
What have you been listening to? Tell me.
I've been listening to Don Toliver a lot.
I love his album. Love his album.
Don Toliver is hard as fuck. Listen to Uzi a lot. I've been on this new music group. It's a girl group. It's not Siri. And it's called Sulan, and they hard.
They rappers?
Yes. Sulan. I forget where they from right now, but they hard. What else have I been listening to? Rico Nasty, Kylie Uchis.
I'm trying to see what always came out.
Oh, did you listen to Detroit too? I know you did.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you about that. Did you?
I didn't listen to it yet.
Oh, for real?
I'm letting it simmer.
I think you'll like it. I think you'll like it.
I don't know. I'm hearing it's been a lot of half and half on the timeline.
Okay, what do you expect from Big Sean?
That's the thing. It's been so long. I don't know what. I can't tell how he coming.
So I was a little upset that everybody on Twitter was like bashing him. They were saying that it was a lot of mid. They were saying that this ain't all that. This is trash. And I was like, y'all whack. Like y'all just. So you remember his his project with Metro Boomin?
Okay, yeah.
That was trash.
That was trash?
You like that?
Let me go to the trash. I didn't think that was trash.
That was trash. It was trash.
A lot of people saying it was trash, but I go back to a couple songs on that joint.
It was trash. But this project.
Double or Nothing?
Yeah. That's not trash to you? You go back and listen to that? I'll be shocked if you tell me you go back and listen to that.
I go back and listen to some.
That shocks me. I listened to one song off of there, like the one with Cash Doll.
Aw, that's the way.
It's the only song, and I mean that's the only one. Everything that's on there, I'm like, nah, I'm cool.
Pull Up a Record, 21 Savage.
It's cool. I think that was a single, and I was like, that's cool.
I don't remember if it was.
The first song on there is Go Legend, right?
Yes.
I fool with that one.
Who's Stopping
but that's
Me
it.
is good.
Nah, man, I'm cool.
You tripping?
But no, Detroit 2 is. Detroit was a mixtape. Detroit 2 is kind of mixtape vibes, but it's kind of, to me, it was kind of the mixtape slash album. It's kind of in between. So it was cool to me. I mean, I like it. I'm still listening to it.
Did you think it was feature heavy?
I did, and that made me nervous at first.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I don't really want, right now, I don't want to hear a feature heavy Sean, but I thought the features was actually cool. Let me pull up the track list real quick because I was playing it when John walked in. Lucky Me, I fool with. That's no features. I like the Nipsey song. I like the Post Malone song. A lot of people said they hated it.
The only song I've heard is the Cypher.
That song hard.
Yeah, that's the only song I've heard.
It was one of them songs where I was like, all these people. It's like 8 minutes long. It's kind of like, at first I was like, this is whack, but when I heard it, I was like, nah, this is crazy. T Grizzly started off. That's perfect. Like it was hard. Only thing is it ended with Eminem, and I'm not a fan, so I wasn't with it. Body Language with Ty and Janae is probably like my favorite song right now off it. Excuse me. I'm trying to think. He got the beats on this is crazy. Like Hit Boy did his thing. The beats on this were absolutely crazy. The one with Wayne is probably one of my favorites off it too. Right now, I'll probably give it a better rating next week, but right now I'll probably give it like a 3 out of 5. So it's a cool project. I really like it. Like I said, the beats is hard.
Still on the stronger side, though.
Yeah, the beats is hard. Like I really fool with the beats on here.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. What else am I listening? I'm listening to. I mean, it really. Did you listen to SZA's song?
Yes.
Did you like it?
I love her.
Right. That's why I asked if you liked it.
I do like it.
Nah. You saw that. You saw that. It was like,
I do like it. I had to listen to it, and I had to, cause first I just listened to it, and then I watched the visual with it.
Okay.
I like the visual.
Did you? So you do like the song?
I do like it.
Okay. I like the song. I only listened to it one time, but when I heard it, I was like, okay, this is cool.
I thought that Dirk was dropping a project, and he only dropped a single, and that kind of Lil Durk, and I was just like,
I'm not a fan, man. I can't do it. Denisha has sent me songs, and I've listened to them, and I'm like, okay, I like this one. I don't like that one. I don't like that one.
I didn't
okay,
like
I like
him at first either.
Like, it's
first.
hard for me to like, cause I had to ask her, like, am I tripping that I don't like him? And a lot of people who I follow on social media love Dirk. So,
yeah,
I was
he
just.
grew on me. I definitely like it now.
I listen to maybe once a week Tiana Taylor's album. It was fire. It came out like a month or two ago. Fire project. I loved it.
Top 3 projects so far this year.
Tiana. I think I'm gonna go. I may go Kehlani. Kehlani's album. And let me throw a rap album in there. Let me see. There's just it's not a lot that I'm listening to. But let me go to. You tell me yours. Let me look at.
I'm definitely.
Let me see what's out. I'm not really listening to much rap. I might go Don Toliver, to be honest.
I was about to say I'm going Don Deluxe. Okay, I'm gonna go Don. The deluxe of Dirks, and I might go Dolph. Those I've really been listening to heavy. I would say Lil Baby, the deluxe of that too.
Lil Baby's album is really good, and I'm not huge on Baby, but
I'm not either. But that was hard.
His album was hard.
The deluxe was definitely. I like the deluxe a lot.
His
and I
album
like
was
Uzi's.
super hard.
I like Lil Uzi's project a lot too.
Did you listen to Dark Lane demo tapes by Drake?
Yes.
Did you like it?
It's Drake.
So yes.
He's so annoying. You know
I wasn't huge on it, but it got some joints.
You
can't not like Drake.
It's Drake.
It got some joints on it. What'd you think of the song with Dirk? Laugh Now, Cry Later.
Loved it. Loved the music video. At first I thought this nigga's corny as hell, but
he had to have a warrior spirit. Like,
okay.
I ain't gonna lie. I like Drake putting people on, like the Drewski Too Funny dude in the video.
People be forgetting that Drake was an actor before he was a rapper.
Absolutely.
So all these skits and stuff that he's been doing, you can tell he loves to act.
Did you see the Popstar video?
Yeah. I've seen everything.
Yo, when he was like, this dude Khaled's off his rocker, I was cracking up. Like, that video is hilarious. Like, Drake is really. I think he's about to keep the wheelchair Jimmy.
I think he's gonna keep doing this too.
I do. I think he's gonna keep putting out the videos.
But his album was supposed to drop, wasn't it?
I think so.
I thought his album was already.
I think his album's coming soon. It's called Certified Lover Boy or something like that. Yeah. I think it's coming soon. No, his I'm trying to think. I was about to say something. Oh, did you listen to the Baby's album? Did you like it? The Baby's album.
I didn't go back.
The Baby's album was one of the first albums that dropped, like when all this happened.
I know. I didn't go back to it a lot, but
I didn't like it.
I still listen to the old, like when he first.
Oh yeah, the old stuff, yeah. But
I don't know. He's going a lot into the pop side now.
He is. I don't know if I like it.
Shit.
But this is what I said. Like, I feel like he's like gotten mainstream, so he's changed his music up. I don't want him to do that. I ain't really, like, I'm not with it. I don't like Blame It on Baby. I hate it. I played it and I was like, this is trash.
Hate it?
I hate it. I hate it.
Damn.
Like, I couldn't do it. You don't listen to Nas,
Not for real.
but his album was really good. Hit Boy did that too. His album, he got a song with Don Toliver on there. I think you'd like that song, so I think you should check it out.
Okay, babe.
But I think that's about it. I think album wise, I think it's for me. Oh, Summer Walker put an EP out. Did you like it? Did you listen to it?
About Summer Walker. I listened to the songs with Little Star by first. That's all. I always do that.
I like all the songs on her EP except for the one with Party Next Door. Yeah. So
you know I love Party.
I like Party too, but that song was a disappointment to me. So Black put out a 6-pack. I love Black. Don't do it. Don't do it. I love Black, so his 6-pack was amazing to me. I really like it. Stop. But I guess that's really it. I guess Dirk, you talking about just because y'all waited too? I'm looking at the list. I just
feel like I don't know, because when I first started
Dirk put out a lot of music.
He does. When I first started listening to him, I was like, I don't know. But then when I started hearing the new stuff and went back to the old stuff, I was like, okay. But
I gotta give him another chance. So if y'all somebody tell me a song by Dirk and I'll listen to it.
Did you listen to Larry June?
Yes, I did. Oh, I did.
He is so boosty.
No,
y'all.
I did.
He is so
I did. Let me tell you my favorite song by Larry June. I played this and I was hyped. Oh my God.
When I first started to put him on, he was not fucking with
Highway 5 Chronicles.
Okay.
I was jamming. Cause when I played it, I texted Denisha and I was like, yo, you were right. Denisha said that. No. Wait. No.
Okay.
No, wait. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying she was right when she said he was hard. I'm saying she was right when she said it was top down music.
Yeah.
So I played it and I was like, man, let me roll my windows down. Like, I'm about to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was cool. Jamming. But no, Highway 5 Chronicles and then Smoothies in 1991. I only listened to Cruise USA and then I hit play like on his name, like on Spotify. They just kind of, plays his whole.
Game related on there?
Huh?
Game related? Ricardo?
I don't know.
That's a project.
I just hit play like on his name and it just shuffled all his like hits or whatever.
Yeah.
But I listened to Cruise USA, so it was cool. I fool with it. He got a lot of songs with Ricardo.
He's
so.
tough.
Yeah, no, I fool with him. I like him a lot. I was wrong. I should have listened
months ago.
You are correct.
But it's okay.
But I fool with it. I really do. Oh man, I think that's just about it. I think that's just about it that I wanted to hit today. We are officially back. We bike. Listen, don't do that. Listen. Please make sure y'all listen to us on Spotify. We are still on Spotify at Hidden Gem Podcast. Follow us on Instagram at Hidden Gem Podcast. Follow us on SoundCloud at Hidden Gem Podcast. And you can subscribe to the channel. I've always wanted to say that. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. I don't know what the official name of the channel is, but somehow I will ask John to put it right here on the video somewhere. But it will be there. I don't know what the name of the channel is, but make sure you subscribe to the channel when that happens. We will be back. I wish I could play the drop of you saying every Wednesday. Oh my God. You don't remember, do you? See? From your party when you was, yeah. Now you remember. Listen, make sure y'all follow us. Tune in. Follow me at SkinnyDude20 on Instagram and at SkinnyDude96 on Twitter. You can follow Skylar at
Twitter is Skylar Cali _. Instagram is The Real Sky Cali.
Because you official now. You changed your name on us. So it's cool.
I did.
But yes, we are out of here. Thank y'all for tuning in. We'll be back next week. Peace.